Hello from London, it's Quick Tip Tuesday, and today I want to kick off a new series. It's called Teacher Tips. It's all going to be about getting the most out of working one-to-one with a teacher online using Skype, FaceTime, Zoom or something like that. I'll be talking mainly about my experience with the platform iTalki. I'll put a link to that underneath, but there are other platforms out there too, and they make, for reasons that I'll explain, the experience of working one-to-one with a teacher much more easy to organise. The main benefits, I think, are convenience and the intensity of the engagement. You don't have to travel, it's just you and the teacher, and these are things that you won't have if you're in a group class situation. I tend to find group classes, as I've said before, much less efficient, and that is, well, those are some of the reasons why that's the case. So what should you be looking out for? What should you be looking out for when you're choosing a teacher? I want to split this into two parts. The second one, which we'll cover another time, is the subjective aspect. So it's the interplay of your personalities. But the first one I want to look at are what I call the objective factors. What are they? First of all, pretty obvious, it's price. You've got your own budget, you know what that is, but prices of the different teachers will vary. In general in iTalki, there's a big divide between so-called professional teachers who have some sort of teaching qualification and the community tutors who tend to be, they're not always, a bit cheaper. Regardless of that, look at the individual price and also ascertain whether the teacher offers different prices for different formats of lessons. Sometimes they have cheaper prices for a more informal conversational type exchange or lesson where they don't have to do so much preparation. Sometimes as well they'll offer a package of 5 or 10 which brings the overall price down slightly, and that might be a good idea, something to go for. So payment, we've got a lot of P's here. Next one is the policies of the teacher. I mean here in terms of cancellation. iTalki's policy is, I think, in the last 24 hours you can't cancel, you lose your money. But what about if you're late to the lesson? You know, you've booked at 9 and you don't roll up till 9:10. Will a teacher be waiting for you? Some of the teachers set out their policies that if you're more than 5 or 10 minutes late, that's it, the lesson is written off. So check the policies. Look also at the performance of the teacher, another P. What do I mean by this? I mean that iTalki, at least, and probably other platforms, give you details about the attendance record. In my 433 lessons on iTalki, by the way, I as a student have got 100% attendance. I'm pretty proud of that. But check that your teacher isn't the sort of flaky teacher who is not going to turn up. Generally, it's more of a problem with the students than the teachers, but teachers aren't above sometimes claiming problems with the internet, for example, if they're unable to hold a certain lesson. So do check in the reviews. That's the other aspect of performance. Many times you can look at the reviews and get useful information, but just as you wouldn't believe every review you read on Amazon or on TripAdvisor, be careful to take them in the round. There are always personality clashes, people have a bad day. What you want is to be looking at a teacher who's generally got solid reviews from a good range of students, I think. Remember as well, the availability of teachers is going to change. Some of them may only work in the mornings, they may only work 3 days a week, they may not work at weekends. And then if you look ahead in the teacher's timetable, and many of them will post their availability for the coming weeks and even months, you may find that they're going away for a block of time. And that could really mess up your own plans for how you would like to engage with the teacher over a period of weeks and months. Of course, people also fall ill, and the teacher may be unavailable at short notice. So both their planned absences and their life, getting in the way are reasons why it's a great tip to have more than one teacher if you can, not only for variety, but just so that all your eggs, and I've said this before, are not in one basket. So that's availability. Actual qualifications, and there'll be details about these in the teacher's profile too, are, I think, probably less important than relevant experience. For example, if you're going to be sitting a particular exam and a teacher has prepared students for that exam in the past, that's going to be really useful. if they specialise in a certain area, focusing on pronunciation, for example, where there's important areas of technical knowledge, a qualification might help. But again, relevant experience is going to be really important. There's no point having the best qualified teacher in the book if actually the teacher can't teach for toffee or you just don't get on as personalities. So I wouldn't set too much store by that, except that, of course, qualifications can be a sign of seriousness and commitment to teaching as a vocation. There are other ways, though, of course, of measuring that too, not least through the reviews and how long the teacher's been working on the platform and their attendance and so on. So those are a range of objective factors to consider when you're choosing a teacher. Remember as well, time zone issues, that goes to availability. So don't assume your French teacher is going to be sitting in France. They could be in Vietnam, for example. And that's going to impact on when they're available. So check their schedules going forward so that you're not caught out in that respect either. So there'll be lots of ideas about how to use teachers effectively in this mini Tuesday series, but the next thing I want to look at, as I said, are the subjective factors when you're choosing your teacher or two, looking at the importance of personality, for example, in how effective and successful your work with a teacher is going to be. Have you got a lot of experience already at using teachers online in a one-to-one context? Do you find that you're shy of doing that, or is it for you absolutely, like for me, the way to go? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to share any experiences and tips that you have to help all of us here when we're choosing our own teachers and then using them one-to-one live online. Now, if you're a regular on the channel, you'll know I've been getting very excited about approaching 1,000 subs, and we've now got to that. So I'm really pleased about that. Thanks to all of you for your support. I've been saying now for several weeks there's going to be a live Q&A coming up. And now we're safely over the 1,000, I will be doing that. I'm planning to do it next Tuesday. So today's the 1st of May, a week today the 7th. The plan at the moment is for it to be at 8 p.m. British Summer Time next Tuesday evening. If that changes, I'll announce it in the comments section underneath the Thursday vlog, which I plan to be another one in the Dubai Days series, so look out for that. I'll also announce it in the Facebook group, the How to Get Fluent Language Learners Club, and to those of you who are in the email club as well, which you will join if you get my free webinar training. As I say, the link is underneath. If you've still got questions you'd like me to put in or to address in the Q&A, it would be great to hear those in advance so I can do a bit of preparation for them, obviously live on the day, but drop those in the comments below as well. So thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for the vibe, throw me a thumbs up, tickle that bell, and share the affair. See you next time.